Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Terynn Show. We are live here tonight. We're going to hear, okay, this is a good one. We're here to celebrate the true backbone of professional wrestling. Not the wrestlers, not the promoters, but the absolute fucking psychopaths sitting hard cam side with neon Bristol board and access to a Sharpie. Tonight's episode is called Marks with Fucking Markers, boys. We are diving into the best signs, the worst signs, and the horny ones. The signs that made zero fucking sense, and the ones that should have gotten people escorted out by security. All right? So there you have it. There's the intro, but that's not the... Oh, I'm talking too much. Can't catch my breath. But that is not the only introductions I have. As you know, you guys watch every single week, so you know some sort of chaos is gonna fucking happen during my intros. So give me a brief moment. I'm very dry after just rambling on about what we're talking about. So you marks with your little fucking pen and paper, give me a break. I need a drink. Bear with me. All right? And no, we don't use wine glasses here. We drink straight out of the bottle. But first up, a man who absolutely got kicked out of a 2001 Monday Night Raw for holding up a Lita ruined my marriage sign while double fisting a fucking Bud Light and screaming at security like Ric Flair at a Waffle House parking lot. He looks like he still has neon Bristol board and zip ties in the trunk of his car right now. And if there was ever a human being capable of starting a crown chant and losing his voice, getting escorted out, and somehow ending up backstage all in the same night, it's this man. It is the fucking one and only Dirty Dick Rick.
Woo! What a fucking intro. It's Tuesday night. We're on the Teryn Show. And as always, I got my toast for the queen.
Heck yeah, brother. And, the party doesn't stop there. So, like I said, we don't use cups. Bottles only. Bottles only. So there's old Dirty Dick himself.
I got my corner of flair here behind me. The old fucking, I can't talk to Dad, but at least I can look at him every day.
It's a weird flex, but all right. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I know it's a rough life out there, So that being said, we do have to bring in our other co-host, a man who looks like he absolutely cried while making a Jeff Hardy tribute sign in a notebook during math class. The Villanova Casanova himself, Kit fucking Osborne.
Oh my God. I feel like you were there in the classroom when I was making it. And, I don't know about you guys, but I feel for me that it's starting to get a little hard drinking on Tuesdays. I don't know. It's like I never said that. It was straight from the bottle, guys.
I find the trick is to start drinking on Mondays and then just keep drinking, and then it's like it's still Monday.
Yeah, and that way you don't have to worry about shaking. But
fair enough.
It is what it is.
Fair enough.
Marks with markers.
We love marks here on the Teryn Show.
Sure do.
They pay the bills eventually.
Well, I mean, if, they fucking put the money out there, they would be paying the bills. So me, I have to work 9 to 5. Fucking 9 to 6. I make money.
Yeah. And now we can't even fucking promote the fucking, God damn this country.
So anyway, I'm excited to talk about like the best, funniest, serious, confrontational, more confrontational now signs that we've seen over the years. So I'm sure this will be questionable, to say the least.
Everything I do is questionable.
He doesn't even know where to start, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
So
I will say that for those listening, those watching right now, if anybody has any pictures of yourselves holding your signs, whether they're goofy or personal, please, for the love of God, share it.
I tried very hard to dig up some
I know you
photos of me at. Well, I used to be a sign guy back in the early 2000s, and now that the fucking network's gone, I couldn't find the shows specifically that I was at in time to grab some pictures. But
I
Shady
believe.
C already fucking starting off for us.
Yeah, yeah, and he probably had that sign. Or no,
Yes.
no, because Shady C, I believe, hated Steve Austin, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if hating Steve
Yeah, I
Austin
believe
really...
he did, because I think that he.
Oh, he was a Bret Hart fan.
Yeah, and he told him he walked up and wearing Owen Hart Owen 316.
I wanted that, and I hate Owen Hart.
Oh yeah, oh, here we go.
I fucking
The
hate
door,
Owen Hart, but I
Teryn, you opened the Owen Hart door.
He's one of the worst wrestlers ever. I don't fucking know what you guys can say about that, but he fucking truly is. He sucks.
You know what? You're already worked up. So how about this comment right here from?
I know. Let's dig right even deeper into it.
YouTube.
I had to represent tonight.
Listen, basketball is over. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
You're right. The Knicks are the fucking 2026 fucking world champions, baby.
Oh man, I hope. You know what you should do? You know what you should do, Rick, is fucking get it tattooed.
I will. If they win the championship this year, I'll get a New York Knicks tattoo, and I'll go down to the fucking celebration, the parade, and I'll jump the barricade in this outfit.
Okay, hear me out. What if you know what we should have done? We should have got you to get a tattoo, 2 tattoos, when we were all out in Vegas. On one ass cheek, it should have said Kit, and on the other, Teryn.
Yeah,
I like that. I would constantly be pushing my butt cheeks together.
All right. Well, I mean, if that's what you want to do,
it is.
Do it.
Why? You want me to spread them apart instead?
Okay. So anyway, why don't we get started with these signs?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think some of the the ones that we all I think that we like recall the most are like the Goldberg eats corn the long way, and then there's the if John Cena wins, we riot, and those are the ones that like first come to my mind. But like there are those ones that
I actually think that Goldberg eating corn the long way might take number one sign of all. I was actually around when that sign. I remember watching Nitro when that sign, and me and my friend were smoking weed in the basement watching, and I don't think we ever laughed so hard in our entire lives. And it's something that to this day it has lived in my head. Just and fuck Goldberg, and I'm sure he does eat corn the long way on purpose repeatedly.
He absolutely does.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. You know what? Let me say another thing about Bill Goldberg. Fuck Bill Goldberg, okay?
That's right.
This is hard history. Fuck Bill Goldberg. I was always more of a Goldberg fan anyways.
He was more technical of a wrestler.
Yeah, he was way better than
That's
Bill
a joke and actually the true statement.
Yeah, it's not even a joke at all.
But one of the signs in more recent history that I'll let her maybe say it herself because Teryn, I got a surprise for you. One of my good friends, I want to say former, but there's always time in the future, of a valet that I had, and it's Felicia Rose.
Stop.
Yeah, there she is.
Oh my God.
How are you?
You don't see old Dirty Dick get nervous too often around a lady, but this is a legend, folks.
I love making Dirty Dick nervous. It's just
something man. Oh damn.
He's gonna hit you with a crouching tiger hidden.
He's already speechless.
This is a lady that, I feel like I've known her my whole life. I'll let Kit make the intro and explain just how we should know this lovely lady, but man, oh man, you have lived rent-free in my head for well over a decade.
The most viral, I think, sign that I've ever
easily
seen in my life. Face fuck me, Finn.
All right.
Legend fucking dare.
I'll pull it up. I couldn't find the real version, but I found the blacked out version.
It made it on TV. That's the great thing. Like it was.
It's just how serious it is. Like you're not even blinking, and I can, you're just like, look at my sign, bitch.
I've never wanted to
Yeah.
be Finn Balor so bad in my life.
Oh my God.
But yes, folks, that is that's how I first.
days.
That was my first introduction to Felicia here, and I said to myself all those years ago, someday I'm going to find that woman and I'm going to marry her.
Oh shit, man.
It's too late now. I'm already
Felicia,
hitched
dirty
up.
dick Felicia, Teryn.
I wish I had found her sooner. I would have loved her a lot longer.
God. Though the thing is like, and we were talking about, we're gonna get into it before, but when you did that site, you did it a decade ago, so 2016, which to me feels like yesterday.
2015.
2015, whatever.
2015, yeah.
Come on.
We're coming up on 11 years.
Thing is, yeah. It's just the thing is like signs almost seem. I mean, they're, as you can watch, if you ever watch Raw or anything, it's so passe, and you don't see it anymore. But I feel like even in 2015, that shit was, it's just, you don't see it ever. When it was flooded with people's numbers on it, or like everything that we were talking about before. But like now, there's just nothing. Everybody just holds their phone, or doesn't even watch the show. Not that there's really much of one anyway, but.
So my question is, because I was notorious for making inappropriate signs, but I'd make them subtle enough that they wouldn't take them away. Because they're like, wait, does this mean this or this? Did you make that at the show? Did you just or did you walk in with it?
Yeah, I walked in with that.
That surprises me because.
I mean, listen, nowadays, no way. But
that shit wouldn't fly. There's no way.
No. And also, they know to look for me. So, I have to be extra super double careful. I have to do extra, to get in my stuff. But, I walked right in the front door with that. And they also didn't take it away. I still own it. It's in my possession still.
Oh,
so,
it's got to be autographed by now.
Yeah, I signed it. It's up for sale if anybody wants
herself.
Well, no, I put it on eBay to sell it for my court case stuff, but then whatever. Long story short, I still have it. It's signed. If you want it, hit me up.
Oh shit, that's a famous sign. It was one of the ballsiest. You don't see signs like that. It's obviously eye catching, attention grabbing, but to have a lovely lady, number one, be a wrestling fan. Nobody's used to that, but to have you have a sign like that, it stood out. And that might have been your most famous sign, but you have held up fantastic, comical, creative signs for years. I just saw you, I think, last year at GCW at the Hammerstein, and you had some hilarious signs, ones that you can't even say on TV. They're terrible, but I loved. As soon as I seen them, I was like, "That's that girl! I know it's her."
Yes. That was me. Thank you. There are people that have some, there are a few other people that do dirty signs here and there, and that's cool, whatever. But
nobody like you.
Well, I'll give you credit. I had to make mine so subtle because I was so scared they were going to take them away and be like, bitch, you can't go into the show, because then I would start crying and it would be a whole scene. So for one, when Jericho was doing his best in the world gimmick, my friend came with me. So she held up, I'm the best in the world at what I do. And mine said, #do me.
Nice.
However, they questioned me on it. And because I was at the Saddle Dome in Calgary, I said, it's #Dome. We're at the Dome.
Oh, so, nice. There you
go. It's subtly enough.
Have that meaning
read
as well,
it, you know what it's saying. But security people are that fucking dumb. We're at the Saddle Dome. It says Dome, not capital D-O. Capital fucking M. Fucking dumb. But so I will give you props. You're more hardcore than me because I just be getting scared that you're going to take shit. I use Sparkle. I do too much work, and I think that's why I don't want them to take it. I put so much work into this.
So I only had one taken away, and somebody that was working for WWE got it back for me in behind. So I have that one too. Never, I don't know. I also haven't like most of my signs now are at indie shows. I had a dirty sign at an AEW show recently, but most of my signs are at, should have welcomed. And if they're not, it's very like, no one says anything to me. They're just like, oh, Felicia's here. They usually, and like, in fact, when I don't bring a sign, they're like, wait, you didn't bring anything? And I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
like,
you lazy
sorry.
motherfucker.
Like tonight, I brought something.
Oh no, you gotta flip it or something.
I know it.
Oh,
I can
it's
read
because-
backwards.
I can read
It
that
says,
backwards. Yeah.
It's because it's fucking
"Show me
mirrored.
titties, Teryn."
They're
Holy
always out.
Oh, look at
wow!
Always
Yeah.
on display.
excellent handwriting.
here for
You
it.
know.
Let me
Always
tell you something, man. A lot of people in the wrestling industry have dreams like, "Oh, I want to go to WrestleMania main event."
Oh God.
One of my goals forever has been, I want to earn Felicia making a filthy sign about me. And Teryn, once again, you just fulfilled one of my dreams. Like that was wow.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. And also she's right. Show us fucking titties.
That's very
Dick,
impressive.
I can speak from experience. When you get a sign made personally from Felicia for you, that's when you feel like you really made it.
So tell us more about that. You were telling me before the show that she used to. Go ahead and tell everybody, because
My
I'm already a
former
little jealous
valet
of this.
here.
I'm very
No, and I
jealous.
should have pulled up the picture, but
Yes.
it was a different time. But I actually didn't even really think about it. I don't know why, but because I was like more, I was more entwined with to be honest with you, like with our fucking technical difficulties, every single time that we have anything, I'm just like worried about, is it gonna work?
You know what? Soon enough, I won't be in the greatest, whitest of North. All right, just give me a few weeks, and I'll have better connect. No more cowboy internet in the fucking Great White North. Right? Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Be in civilization.
Oh my. Felicia, thanks for coming and joining. Before anything, do you have anything you want to plug?
Oh,
Well,
God.
that's quite the question.
I know.
Well, first of all, I want to say, Kit, you need a manager because you just don't know how to speak, clearly, as we just saw right now.
That's the only thing I can do.
So, I feel like we need at least one more. We need one last go at that. I feel like we owe it to ourselves because that was a fun time. And yeah. Oh, yeah. So plug, right. Things I want to plug. You can what can I say on here? Am I censored at all?
everything and anything.
Whatever
cool.
you want, girl.
Awesome. All right. Well, first of all, I just want to say this.
Oh,
And second of all, you can see mine at onlyfans.com/Felicia Rose New, NEW. It's a new account. And you can also find me on the internet. My Instagram's Felicia MF Rose or People's Tramp. And my Twitter is Felicia MF Rose or Felicia Rose Raw if you want to see my holes. Yeah, you'll find me, whatever. You look me up. You'll find me.
I can't breathe. Also, the People's Tramp may be the greatest fucking. That's the greatest nickname of all time.
Thank you. And also, if Dirty Dick is not on my, signed up to my OnlyFans by tonight, I think y'all should roast him next time.
I have 5 different accounts.
I know, that's right. So I'm expecting a tip tonight. I know who it's going to be from.
You can follow her on Twitter. She's got great Twitter content, or X, or whatever you want to call it. I've been a follower her for a long time. It's been great to have you on. It was a really nice surprise.
Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca, by the way. And thank you all for having me. It's been a lovely time. And, plenty can try to duplicate, but we all know who the real sign girly is.
I'll give you that, man. I tried. I was just too scared to.
A living legend, folks.
All right.
All right. Bye, y'all. Thanks for having me.
What a lady. Oh. She said
here.
If you want to see my holes. I almost fell on the floor.
That's great.
So I'll be back in like 15 minutes. You guys can do this without me, right?
She'll be there when we're done. You ain't going nowhere.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right, let me just let me cover it up at least.
To go back when earlier, when we were talking about this last night about for the show, it seems like in the 90s it's when sign mania, cardboard mania or whatever really poked its ass out, but before that in the 80s, maybe early 90s, people were just having little fucking banners. They feel like they had to knit, or some shit. It was just unheard of to bring a cardboard poster with you or something like that.
It was so rare you were almost guaranteed to get it on TV at some point.
Yeah, which is
but a lot of them were
a full circle now. I mean,
people were cutting out magazine pictures and posting them on a fucking piece of white cardboard and 1 or 2 words in black magic marker, and that's it.
Right.
But
and then it just went it skyrocketed, and then even back to now, with Felicia, for example, it's 2015. I haven't seen that many fucking signs.
No, and hers really stood out.
The second there was social media, and then opinions out the ass from fucking marks. That what's believable, what's not, what they really wanted to say without actually having to put it on a board to get their endorphins, from people viewing whatever their opinion is. They do it on their Facebook, where they're writing Kid Osborne is, and then fucking bitching about Roman Reigns or something like that. Terynn is the coolest chick ever, by Rebecca. Just smoking a cig and casually producing and hosting a podcast.
Well, she does, folks. All while looking as beautiful as she does.
She has. Her nonchalant look is the best.
But what the fuck is a Kid Osborne?
Whoa! Who the fuck is a Rebecca?
Kid Osborne is the greatest wrestler of all time with the bluest eyes.
Listen up, Rebecca Anesthesia or whatever, because you're fucking putting me to sleep with your stupid ass comments.
No, she got good comments.
I'll agree.
Well, I don't like that one. I take it back now. I don't like anything. I wish I.
Here's our buddy.
Let's
give him a little
book I ever read.
You know what? Fuck it. Here we go. You get 2 nights of Teryn and Dirty Dick, because tomorrow night we are going to be on the Rock and Noel podcast live on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh shit.
I know he's doing a multi-stream thing, but I'm pretty sure we'll put out the link tomorrow. But I think it's primarily on YouTube. It's a YouTube show, so that's going to be where you can find us. But definitely, we'll update everyone tomorrow with a link. The Rock and Noel show, we've been on it a couple times now.
Yep.
With our buddy Jamal. Looking forward to doing it again. We know you're kidding, Rebecca.
I know. But yeah, anyway, so with it seems like it's almost like a faint dream in which we were just flooded with signs.
Yeah, Josh Palmer hitting us with one from the old days.
Yeah.
Triple H is a great wrestler for me to poop on. That's crazy. Who thinks
so back then, they encouraged. I remember during the Attitude Era, because I'm fucking fossil old, but I was there, and they would encourage you to bring as creative, get on TV, they would say. Bring your most creative signs.
Oh, not that one.
Holy fuck.
There we go.
That's a pretty good example of things and it was a different time, as Kit likes saying.
Yeah, Goldust, pick a gender.
Pick a gender. That's pretty. That wouldn't fly nowadays, but back then, holy fuck.
Would that one fly? Shawn Michaels can die.
That's back then, again, wishing death upon your most hated wrestlers was pretty common.
I mean, dude, I wish death upon somebody that startles me.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move that to second place now. I'm gonna put Felicia's sign, fuck me Finn, as number 1. This is now number 2. Whoa.
Yeah,
Teryn, what do you
Canada sucks ass.
Teryn, what do you think about the one next to it?
I don't see anything next to it.
I'll read it for you. I know.
Yeah,
it's
read it
really
out loud,
fake.
kid.
Bret Hart humps cows.
Is that
Yeah,
like
I
an
see-
Alberta thing or like a?
I think
No,
it
I
might be referring to women, but I don't know. I mean, it's a different.
Oh,
I believe that this was during the Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart thing, and this would have been in America because Canadians would never
Obviously,
post that.
yeah, correct. It would be.
You know, and still in that era, China is Cartman's dad.
wow.
China
They're also.
is Cartman's dad.
I was always a huge fan of I'd Rather Be in China, but spelled with her name, so that it was clearly a play on words.
Even when like DX, had their own signs, and they're like I'd rather be in China.
Sable can't wrestle, but I'd like to see her box. Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
And
That's wow. That might be an instant. I don't like Sable, but I do like that sign.
Destiny's Child and TLC are lesbians.
So funny story. A couple of years ago, or recently, somebody held up the sequel to that sign, and it said Destiny's Child and TLC are what with like 3 question marks.
I was watching earlier, and it was like somebody. They had it on like a one of the wrestling channels, and it was just a sign that said Ray, and then had his fucking phone number or his cell number.
I remember that, and it was like legit.
And they called it, and it's still him. He's like, "Oh, you called me about because of that sign,"
Fucking 2 minutes ago, you didn't know how he is, and now he can poop on you. I take that fucking personal.
Whoa.
Yeah, shit, yeah,
Rebecca.
yeah. Is she gonna be in the fucking after party afterwards? Because she's fun.
It's a Bret Hart thing only. Shawn Michaels' number. Yep, Rebecca. Wow, Rebecca really.
Yeah. You're
really
other than the last comment, you're like 4 out of 5 for me right now.
Yeah.
Now Teryn's about to cut a promo on.
Yeah. You just fucked up with Terynn though.
I saw that deep breath, and I was like, she didn't cough.
We all know that I'm a big Bret Hart guy, okay?
Mark.
And no, guy. And if you notice my background here for fucking 2 years, there was a pink Hitman's bar fucking toque right there. And to be quite frankly honest, Shawn Michaels' #1 fan, Mr. Kid Osborne, really wanted it. So he's in possession of a Hitman's bar toque. Okay?
Yeah.
For those of you in America, I know you use different terminology, but up here in Canada, we use proper terminology. You guys call it a beanie. It's a fucking toque. All right? So Mr. Kid
toque right now
is in possession of the Bret Hart bright pink fucking toque.
I'm about to get it right now.
Good. Maybe you should put it on.
I'll say this as a Shawn Michaels, also huge Shawn Michaels fan, Bret Hart hater. I only have Bret Hart's autograph, and I've never met Shawn Michaels, which is fucked up to me.
I have a lovely photograph of myself and Bret.
I've met Shawn. I've met Shawn. I've never met Bret, but I have both their autographs. But
Yay,
I only got a picture.
Allie's going, yay, Canada! Yay, Canada! Woo!
What's up, Allie?
So, at least I have a little bit of Canadian.
Look at that. Man.
You know
a couple
what?
guys who make pink look good. I don't know, but
And
I'd fuck us both.
Wearing the Hitman toque with this comment saying Shawn Michaels sucks.
All right, Shady C, it was great knowing you, pal. Thanks for tuning in.
You all are fun. Thank you, Rebecca.
That doesn't sound like I can poop on you though, so I'm still a little upset about that.
Weird flex, anyways.
Before we move on from the awesome 90s signs, I just wanted to throw in a favorite of my own that got overlooked, and it was a great one. I don't have a picture of it, but it said Nation of Masturbation.
I remember that.
I do remember that as well.
That is a favorite.
Oh my God.
All right. Calgary, Alberta, born and raised, and I can say Shawn Michaels is #1 and Bret is overrated.
Damn.
I will agree with that to an extent in Alberta, yes, like, and anybody from Calgary will say, like, no one gives a fuck when Brett's at Comic-Con. They don't give a fuck when he's doing appearances anymore because it's like
We're so used to it.
and the John Cena factor of it's like, oh, there's something going on. Oh, Bret Hart's here, you know? So it's kind of like, fuck off. Like, we've all met him. Like, fuck out of here. So it's like, it's overrated in that sense. But you guys know I'll ride or die, and I will admit this. Sean was better charismatically on the microphone than Bret. However, Bret was better in the ring. So there's, as an actual technical wrestler, ain't nobody going to deny that motherfucker. So get out of here.
You know what I wonder is, who do you think Sonny thought was better?
Well, I mean,
E.
I don't think either of those guys want to know either at this point.
At this point, no. At this point, she's more fit for me than she is for the Heartbreak Kid or the fucking Excellence of Execution.
Oh, no. Here we go. Heather Williams. I made a Cowboys joke, and HBK blocked me on X years ago when it was still Twitter.
As he should. And
rightfully so. Yeah.
You shouldn't even be allowed to do such a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I agree because I, too, am a Cowboys fan. If it's not the Denver Broncos, it's the Dallas Cowboys for me. Sorry.
I'm a Giants fan, and I'm still not making a Cowboys joke to HBK.
Yes, because you just like that fat kid blue fucking color. Like,
it hides my it hides the old
get
gut
out of
for.
here with your Blue Lives Matter bullshit. Get out of here.
Rebecca here is replying to Heather's comment saying, I would let him poop on me. Damn, I'm so high. So basically, Terynn, Kit,
Get this girl in the after party.
and Shawn Michaels. You know what? Yes, Rebecca, send me a message on Facebook or on our Instagram, and I'm going to send you the after party link because I want you there.
Yeah. There's free helicopter rides at 11.
Okay, no, we are not promoting free helicopter rides on the after party. That is not what we do.
Oh. Oh my God.
All right, I won't pull my dick out this time.
Do you think do you guys think my assessment was right in like the reason why there is really no signage anymore is, well, one, there's accountability. You know, with anybody with a phone. The other is because, like, you know, social media. Because of social media, it's easy to get your fucked up statement across so much easier, and then you get your 20 likes or whatever, and then you're just kind of like, that's enough.
People get 20 likes.
I know.
Yeah, I do agree on that. And another thing is, this current day and age, people don't bring signs anymore, and it's because
right.
Like,
that's what I mean. That's why.
Yeah, all the fat mookie fucks complain because they're too overweight and disgusting to get out of their chair to fucking stand up and see because they're, your sign's blocking my way. Listen here, you 400-pound fat fuck. Why don't you stand up? How about that? Or pay a little bit more money to get a better seat. How about that? And
definitely.
Me personally, I've ran into that. I don't like it. It pisses me off.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely girth is certainly a reason why.
Sometimes girth is a good thing.
I meant girth of the poster.
Oh
no, I'm meaning girth of their gut. Okay, I personally have dealt with that because, as I've already talked about, I used to bring signs all the time. And down in Calgary and Edmonton during the good old days, I used to be fucking front row, fucking right on the corner of the ramp, right ringside, and motherfucker, put your sign down. Put your sign down. I can't see. My kid can't see. How about spend more money on your kids' tickets? Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Spend more money. Like, I paid for my ticket. I'm going to bring a sign, okay? And at one point, I even said, motherfucker, I was born in the Attitude Era. Be thankful my tits aren't out. That was not received well by the families.
Yeah,
but I just received that.
You didn't really read the room there on that one.
I don't care. They were complaining about my sign.
But you're not wrong.
I understand, Terynn.
So while we're talking about that, how you can't bring signs anymore, and all these fat fucks wear fucking 6XL. So it's literally like a whole fucking fucking like, woo, here's a fucking flag, motherfucker. But surprise, it's just my t-shirt. Why don't you guys head on over to prowrestlingtees.com.
What a segue.
TDS and go get the fucking Terynn Show shirt. Go get the Drunk Eyed Canadian shirt. And by God, please get the we've been through a lot Terynn Show shirt.
We've been through a lot.
Wear those to WWE. Wear those to AEW. Fuck, wear it to GCW. I don't give a piss. Go wear us with your 6XL and fucking support. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Holy shit, what a great plug. And then after we can't promote that no more. Never mind. I was gonna say talking about plug. Never mind.
We're working on something, folks. We'll promote soon. But to throw my 2 cents in, I think you're both really on point. I think that a big part of it is the fact that technology and social media has fucking become such a huge part of everyday life that fans don't even, if they had a sign, they couldn't hold it up because they're too busy holding their fucking phones up, recording everything and trying to be the next big fucking Instagram, whatever.
Right.
Even which
they're too busy
we got old Jamal
championship belts to hold up instead.
Yeah. But and to your point, Dick, is that like it's like it's like now when they hold up a fucking sign, they need somebody to like take a picture of them, not candid.
Right.
Like, I need you to film me.
Yeah, there's somebody next to him with a fucking camera,
because what matters now is not about like what they missed, not what they're missing on the show or what
it's their moment.
It's about them, and it's like that's not what the fucking point of the fan thing is. Like the whole reason why I have a sign is because I wanted, Brett to see my sign, and say something to me, because that meant that I get that interaction. Like, I got him. Like, I got you to interact with me, and that's so cool. And it affected the story that they're telling, but as a fan, I'm changing the course of what's going to happen, and that's the problem. And I think that's annoying, because now, obviously, like when we look online, all we notice is somebody criticizing a storyline or somebody criticizing a booker, like Triple H, he booked my divorce, and like that is one of those things you're like, dude, just fucking, if you don't like the story, then don't watch it. Or if you don't like the story, why don't you try to be the that piece? But like when it's the same as this, when you watch The Walking Dead, right? And I remember this, and who I can poke the bear at is Joe Gacy. I've listened to that motherfucker talk about how the Walking Dead isn't like the comics,
Oh yeah.
And that is, fuck you, bozo. And that is 100% like how I look at wrestling fans online complaining about the storyline that they don't like, is that. And I think that, it's the same as like, dude, just watch the fucking show, fuck the comic book, fuck what you think, like what Paul Heyman would how he would write it, or how Russo would write it, or whatever. It's not about that. All right, go ahead.
I wanted to take a minute and congratulate you on your personal growth. This week, you completely no-sold the weekly Bozo Kit monologue interruption.
And it's always when I'm fucking on a rant.
Every time.
Fucking time. I swear to God, this human dog.
She jumps in Teryn's lap.
I want to know what Baby Bozo. For those just listening, Baby Bozo is Teryn's humanoid dog that is 100%.
She's like, yawn, get a news story.
Yeah. But am I not wrong in that?
No, you're not. And Terynn, I know you want to touch upon Lauren's comment here, and I know I do too, but Lauren's absolutely on point with this one.
So yeah, 100%. And that circles back to the
God,
signs
I'm
I
chugging
used to
vodka.
fucking I used to make all the time. I would you know, a month beforehand I would start like drawing, and then I would like I was very intense with my signs. I don't do it anymore because I don't really go to shows here, you know, going forward in Edmonton and stuff like that. It would be a little bit different, but I used to like draw it out and then I would glitter it, and like I would actually put in a lot of effort, and that's why I was scared that security would take it if it was too perverse.
Right. Yeah, you put work into it.
But right, like, you know, you think about your signs and you put work into it, and it's not creative anymore. Like it's just like, you know, no offense to anybody that does just a black marker, but for me, I did, you know, I would match the colors to whatever their gear, kind of like whatever their vibe was going, their slogan, and then I would put my own twist to make it like a pervert sign. So example, and I should have uploaded the videos or the photos. One, for example, when Dolph had his like kind of neon triangle sign or logo, it says goes all the way. I replicated his exact logo, but up at the top I put, hey DZ, I go all the way, you know? So, and it was like really, it was actually really, really cool. Or, you know, I used to do a silhouette of Roman Reigns doing like the fucking fist, and underneath, and it was all black and iridescent glitter, and I hand drew this stuff. It go, I'm only happy when it rains, bitch. You know, shit like that.
That's
It was like
fucking great, actually. And like that's a fun one. Like it's not like a like,
well,
it's witty,
I mean,
but it's not like, I'm so used to everything being sexual. You know, no offense,
well, I mean,
no offense to Felicia, but like like it's burned in my brain now that every poster is like
she's like the Dr. Seuss of like pornographic signs.
Okay, Rebecca, you're really reeling it back in. I'm actually not an Edmontonian at all.
What?
It's not a word.
It's an
Is it really?
Yeah. So
is that really what they call Edmonton people?
Yeah, Edmontonians.
Like Edmontonians.
I'm not from Edmonton.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely, if you're gonna come in the after party, you're gonna definitely need to bow down to the Queen. So
I actually
you won't
really hate.
I'm from Canada, and they think I'm slow, eh?
Yeah,
so
you're
the
gonna
creative
get
thing.
the first time I see you. Number one, number two, I'm not from Edmonton, and I fucking hate the Oilers more than anybody in this world. Like I hate the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, you're about to see a lot of Oilers shit.
You know what? Every day is every day, brother. In the words of my good Instagram son, Nasty Leroy. Every day is Big League Leroy. Every day is every day.
Oh man.
So my end for the creative aspect of this whole thing, me being a sign guy, I used to put fucking like love and hours of work into these fucking signs because I would buy I was buying fucking front row seats to every pay-per-view, so I knew I was going to be on TV. And between trying to get myself over, which was the main goal at the time for me, I was trying to be as creative as possible. And then one of the girls I ended up dating during that time period was a fucking artistic genius. She's one of those people that can take a marker and draw like accurate portraits of people in like 3 seconds. And one in particular, I remember she did a fucking portrait of Eddie Guerrero right after he passed. And we were at like a SmackDown or a pay-per-view shortly after, and they focused on that sign and fucking, you know, so the creative, we used to have, me and my friends would fucking have like parties where we would all fucking, we get beers and fucking weed and fucking watch wrestling and make signs because we knew we were going to a show. And nowadays, I don't think, not only does that effort not get made, but to say what Lauren said, nobody's creative anymore, you really can't be. If you go to these shows with anything other than something that fits their very specific fucking, you know, Roman Reigns is the tribal chief or something like that, they confiscate signs left and right. You can't have anything controversial nowadays. And I think the ones that are creative do tend to stand out, but you don't get as many as you use. Lauren makes great signs. Lauren fucking, I know she goes to shows. She always gets seats near the fucking the entranceway, the ramp, and she always brings different signs for wrestlers. They're always creative. She works very hard at it.
What is that sign?
It says backwards.
Yeah,
it says, I'm only happy when it rains.
Oh,
well,
that's a great
save
one.
the picture and then just reverse it so we can actually. That's one I think we need to see.
Okay. You guys keep going. I'll find some shit.
So, yeah, I don't think you can be creative anymore. I don't think they allow you to.
Not at all. Like, I mean, I never was a sign maker, but like I'll tell you this. I mean, it wasn't wrestling related. I was at a Sixers game. Fuck. And
Oh, what game? Anyways.
So it was a Sixers game, and they were playing the Cavs or whatever, and I mean this is 2002 or 2003, and I went with my dad, and so I was a young kid. You were like what 30?
At least 75. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My God, how are you still living? Just like Rick, just like your dad. And it was like, like sign or trade for Jermaine Jones. And it was just a player that wasn't even a good small forward, but I liked him when he was on the Sixers.
That's your
guy.
I
liked him when he was on the Sixers in 2001, and I don't know. And we traded him, and I was like, and you know what? I'll tell you this. It was probably because I used him in the dunk contest on NBA Live when they first introduced it. And like, I think it was like 03. At least I think it was 03. Well, anyway, I mean, I was just always like a fan of his because I was like, I kind of looked at him the same way as I look at this baseball player that used to play for the Phillies called Greg. His name was Greg Dobbs, and he was the DH. And I was like, fucking underrated player, under fucking rated player, and I was like, and I don't know why, like I always like have like this fandom for players that are like utility guys,
Yeah.
which probably relates to me as a pro wrestler. Like,
no, I think as a pro wrestler, your record and your everything else says the opposite actually of your sports fandom. Like you're a winning wrestler, but holy fuck, you do like to support a bunch of losers.
I just think I'm a loudmouth loser. Like I'm the loudest loser ever.
If you say constantly that you're winning, nobody can argue with you.
Yeah.
Just constantly. I won. What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't. I'm not going to listen to the ref. According to my president, I don't need to worry about the numbers. Like.
Well, you all are fun. Nice having fun with you. I got to get going and crash. Okay. Well, so now we know you can't hang.
Yeah,
it was fun having you here, Rebecca. We appreciate your.
Who names their kid Rebecca?
Oh, I think it's a beautiful name. But thank you for tuning in and all your wonderful comments. They were engaging. You nailed almost all of them except for one, and you know which one. I'm going to start eating a lot of fiber. That's all I'm going to say.
So, Teryn, I think this is one of those podcasts. I think that like there's only so much we can really tell or talk about in like wrestling fandom, but I think in the psychology of things, it is a very significant part of like the Attitude Era. Sure. And it is certainly one of the first times in which fans were getting heard, and they were the ones that were the ones that started to, dictate what, dictating like what happens because their voice is really being heard, and that's something that now they say
they want it, but they really don't.
Not gonna lie, marks run wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And
absolutely.
And if they don't like somebody, if they're a money mark and they have money, they can start their own promotion. And those money marks, and we can tell where it's going to gravitate, but my God, are some of the worst wrestlers on the planet. gonna get booked because of something they really like about him.
So
You know?
that brings up something I didn't even think about for the show, but this is actually kind of related to what you just said. I don't know if you guys watched Backlash this past weekend and saw John Cena's big
Backlash.
announcement. But John Cena announced the John Cena
Yeah.
Championship or some shit. And it's basically like, from what I took from it, it was like NXT versus WWE guys. Wins and
Yeah.
losses don't really matter. The fans like vote on who they want to be champion. So
Right.
you can lose like every match. And as long as it's a popularity contest,
Right.
essentially.
Yeah, but you know what's so great? What I think is so great about that is that fans, everybody wants what you can't have, and everybody, for the most part, nowadays, they want whoever they think
Right.
WWE is going to deem as the loser to win, to
Yep.
spite. They're like wrestling. Essentially, wrestling fans are the most spiteful fucking
They hate it.
people.
They hate wrestling.
They hate wrestling. You know, like they fucking hate wrestling. And I bet you this is I don't know, and this is my own like take on it. I bet you this is like going to be a jab at wrestling fans because they're gonna vote on somebody. That person's gonna win, and that person is gonna fail. And may God
Sure.
have fucking
Oh, yeah.
mercy on whoever that wrestler is that they
Yep.
vote for.
Yep.
Like I would not want to be that guy, or maybe
Yep.
I do. I don't know, but when that happens, and then they counter it, and then it's like, you know, they shit all over WWE because of whoever it is that they voted for. It's like going to be a civil war, and I hope it is, and I hope it's recorded. You know,
And that's the double-edged sword of it, is that,
yeah,
you know, sure, fans will have it. This is where guys like Matt Cardona and certain other guys are going
you
to
would have
shine
thrived.
through. But the one thing that people don't seem to realize is that WWE at this point is a TKO machine. And if they don't want to put you on TV, that's the other thing. They don't TKO and WWE, if they don't put you on TV to begin with, you're not going to get pushed. You're not going to get, it's a popularity contest, but if you can't get on TV because they don't choose to put you on, they're influencing, whether it's directly or indirectly, who's going to win. They'll show whoever the fuck they want. So maybe Matt Cardona starts taking a lead in the polls or whatever the fuck the voting stuff they start doing is, and
Well, I mean, it could
WWE
be
don't
all,
like that.
It could be all
So
work, just like
exactly, they don't have to report
It's just like,
fucking
dude, just like
Taboo Tuesday and fucking
Yeah.
I mean,
What a fucking awesome time. Like,
what a concept.
yeah, and it was fucking fun, you know, and it made people think that they were the ones that did it. Lauren says the only thing that matters is shareholder profits. Yeah, but Lauren,
Sure.
that's part of the point is, you know, too much about like the insides, and it takes away from the fandom and the storylines. Like, what do we know about when, like, as I was explaining earlier, we were talking about The Walking Dead, right? The Walking Dead is a show that I just looked at it like it was when it came out and it was fully fucking advertised. I looked at it as a show that I was getting intrigued about, and it came out on Halloween, and I watched it, and then I was waiting every week, every Sunday to watch it. I didn't have any take in the matter, but I'm watching it and I'm intrigued, and I have my opinions on things, but you know, that's the same thing with wrestling, and with wrestling is I have like my opinion stops when it comes to the story. If I don't like the story, then fuck, you know, I get up and I go get a drink or whatever, but I don't look at it like, you know, everything I hate is related to the stakeholders. You know, like that's like saying like WCW everything in WCW at that time, when everything was being ran by, or like AOL.
But Brad
And,
Siegel, Brad Siegel stepped in and ruined it. That's what
yeah,
the
and
yeah.
you have somebody to blame,
Yeah.
and also at the same time, Vince Russo fucked it up by Vince Russo and Vince McMahon and Eric Bischoff fucked it up by poking their ass in the storylines, because that all that did was make people realize wrestling's fake and it's ran by millionaires and billionaires.
Yeah.
And that is what takes away from the story. Like otherwise I truly believe, that they actually hate each other, Sean and Brett, but let's say
Not anymore.
Sean and Nash, Sean and Diesel, right before he left, when Sean's defending the title, like good friends, better enemies type of thing.
Yeah.
I believed that they actually hated each other, and there's none of that now, because there's so much backstage shit that's filmed. I know for a fucking fact that Gunther and AJ are fucking friends, and so what's the fucking point? The only type of thing I would never have realized is LA hates Hogan, and
They're very progressive.
But you get the idea, is like it takes away from the fandom. Like, what's the fucking point?
It definitely requires you to suspend your disbelief a lot more nowadays, because you know that they're riding together. You know they're all friends backstage.
That's my job is to make anybody and everybody that knows wrestling's fake forget. Yep. And while I'm wrestling, forget and then go, fuck Kit Osborne, that piece of shit, and then after the my match, I go, hey, what's going on? How are you? Did you guys enjoy the show? And like, and you're like, you have to have that moment. But there's like, it gets harder and harder to do that. I mean, not for me, but
no, you're a goddamn legend.
But, well, no, I didn't mean it like that. I just mean I'm so fucking.
That's how I meant it.
Lauren can certainly vouch for that. But that's just how I look at it, because that's almost why I don't watch wrestling anymore, or that much anymore, is because I see it. I see it all fucking day. I see nothing but comments. I see nothing but like people criticizing deathmatch wrestlers. Today I saw somebody made on AI like the it was like the top 10 technical wrestlers that they wrote, and then I was listening to all the I mean not listening, I was reading all the comments, and like, holy shit, like you would think that Bret Hart didn't deserve to be on the fucking list, or Regal or Malenko, and then I look at it and I go, well, this is where I just want to be funny, and I'm like, this is the same as fucking wrestling signage, like there's no more like, I fucking hate Sean, because I hate him because he's so good at being hated. I'm looking at it as, well, it's not like, now all I need to do is just try to make people laugh. So I wrote, I shared it, and then I wrote like Stan Hansen, DJ Hyde, and then I just go, what the fuck, like, why weren't they mentioned, and I just, but that's the same way as wrestling signs. It's like, now it's just time to be funny. It's time to be funny or sexual. Not to take away from Felicia Rose, because even then it's like she didn't have any ill intent or anything like that. But what else can you post? Because or what else can you make? Because the second you have a poster that's showing that you're intrigued by a storyline, you're gonna get criticized by marks,
So,
that are so into the business, and they know everything. So it
100%.
it takes away from the fandom.
And I got my photos uploaded here, and it's gonna circle back into what you just said. So this specific Roman Reigns sign, he was fighting Big Show. It was a house show in Edmonton in 2015, and I took this sign, and he was feuding with Roman. And then Big Show, I'm standing ringside with my sign, cheering Roman on. And then Big Show comes at, I'm not going to repeat what Big Show said because it was pretty fucking wild. But it attracted him to fucking then engage with the crowd. So here's my Roman sign. This is not the finished product because I had glitter on it. It was black and iridescent glitter. Okay, tell me that's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like it.
Okay, so I did upload a few of my signs that I could find quickly. So there's that one. And then, of course, the one I already mentioned. Best in the world at what I do. #do me.
Yes.
Or dome, whichever or.
I mean, I know what I'm picking.
You guys are going to get a little sneaky peek of Terynn back in 2010. Ooh. 2009, 2010 with my sign.
That was just like yesterday.
Orton makes me Randy.
In my Randy Orton shirt, okay?
That's a great one.
Oh, the Apex Predator.
Yeah, like
looks like he's the fucking cervix predator.
Those days when it looked like you got everything from Express.
And you know what? At that point, that specific sign, I took that one for years. I was taking that sign to Edmonton and Calgary. And you know what? Randy noticed it every single time to the point I was standing on my chair holding it, and he winked at me, and I freaked out and fell down.
Yeah, fell off the chair.
So,
I would have fucking fainted too.
And after that, he DM'd me on Twitter that he's seen my sign. He didn't say anything weird for you fucking weirdos out there, but he did.
He's a married man. God damn it!
I was about to follow up with questions.
Happily married.
There's no follow-up questions on that. But those all three of those signs got attention from the wrestlers themselves because they thought it was cool. It's like unorthodox. Yeah, they're a little slutty, but
we love that.
They could have been worse. They could have been a lot worse. But I'm just a pussy, so I was too scared to make it worse.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. That picture that you showed us looks like a picture like you have this certain look, Teryn, that like you in 2010, you look like you just got detention and then you went out for a smoke break.
Yeah, skip detention for a smoke break.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about
club.
On the after party. We'll talk about the day leading up to that photo, and it might make a little bit more sense. Okay.
There's a reason why her tagline is "Smoking darts and breaking hearts," folks.
Yeah.
There's your snapshot, everyone.
Oh.
Ooh, which we are at the hour mark.
We are indeed. That being said, we are going to wrap up. Like I said, if you haven't already, please head on over to prowrestlingtees.com/TDS. Get the merch. And while you're at it, go over to prowrestlingtees.com, Kid Osborne, and get his shirt too, because it's fucking cool. I have one. Dirty Dick has one. We wore them in Vegas, and they're very comfortable, and we love them.
And you got noticed. Come on, say it. Because you did. And it was great.
I think it was my thick
when you're a D-list celebrity when you're a D-list celebrity like Kid Osborne, let me fucking tell you. All right, I'm done.
My thick thighs and my ass cheeks hanging out of my shorts. Sorry, my jorts.
Wait, I missed the first part of that.
The best sights in Vegas were definitely Teryn.
However, I will say, to go back to Vegas, that was the best and most unappreciated promo that we could ever have, that anybody could ever see.
We'll use it again for sure.
The fuck you mean? What do you mean?
Us at the Bellagio. The Bellagio.
Yeah.
Red, green jacket, gold jacket. Who gives a shit?
That being said, you guys, I see Kit's already drinking out of a glass, which we explicitly said bottles only. But whatever.
I'll get the rum out.
I do what I want. You guys,
I'm out to lunch. I'm out to fucking lunch right now.
In the meantime, and in between time, everyone, we will, and I quote, see you next fucking Tuesday. Keep thinking, have fun.